5 easy success tips for senior entrepreneurs. Have you ever heard the phrase, keep it simple, stupid? The KISS acronym refers to the way many people try to make things harder on themselves, usually by overthinking things or worrying too much about what could go wrong. When it comes to succeeding as a senior online entrepreneur, you may be fretting about many things, such as competing with others or how much money you believe you need to invest because someone told you to buy a lot of courses and tools. The reality is, success for entrepreneurs boils down to 5 fundamental changes you can make in your life where you position yourself as a niche expert and boost your confidence to provide leadership to a loyal audience. These are concepts that not every individual possess, and you'll watch as they flounder and lose focus on their success goals. If you can remember these core values, you'll thrive as an online marketer. Never abandon your ethics. You'll think this would be a given. For many newcomers to this business, it feels like something any person would do. But all it takes is one late bill, paired with an invitation to do something you normally shy away from, and you're ruining your reputation. These things sometimes happen by accident. You join a promotion or event with someone who is lacking in ethics merely because you've heard their name and you know of their monetary success. Instead of digging down to see what they do and whether or not your values align with theirs, your thirst for success overpowers common sense, and you give in, promising you'll abide by the ethics the entire time. There's a reason some of these big shot marketers pair up with newbies who have a fresh reputation. It's because they bring an element of a clean slate to the table, where unsuspecting customers hand over their money, name, and email address to you, not knowing the other person was a snake will rip them off. You may not even have any idea until it's too late, and you find that they're not only failed your customers, but possibly taken off with a large portion of the money the two of you earn, too. The marketing shark will be moving on to his next victim while you try to pick up the pieces and salvage what you can of your reputation in the public eye. If the other marketers sold their contact information to scammers, they associate the action with you too, even if you didn't know it was going to happen. Everything you do online has to be done with a strong backbone of knowledge. Never do something blindly or because someone else is doing it. Because even those you trust online can make a wrong turn if their own financial pressure gets to be too much. You need to protect your subscribers and audience as fiercely as you would your most beloved family members. Only then will you enjoy a faster path to achieving your goals, not to mention long-term success. Figure out your best success routine. Routines seem like there'd be something more in line with a 9-to-5 office job, not the life of an online entrepreneur. But even though you have immense flexibility in your hours and the choices you make in business, you still have to have commitments that need to be carried out. You have tasks that have to be taken care of and that require you to prioritize what you're doing, such that you make sure things that have to be done today get done on time to keep your business moving in the right direction. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. You're going to see some people complain that they don't have enough time to succeed, while others have time to spare. The difference is in how they organize and spend their time. Successful entrepreneurs know they're working alone, so they create a routine that allows them to plow through their to-do list so that they can enjoy the rest of the day after working hard. The difference is in how they organize and spend their time. If you create a routine, it doesn't mean you have to set your alarm for a specific time of the day, but it means you know that in the morning you're going to check customer service emails first, then work on money-making tasks like an info product. You'll save your slower, less demanding tasks like networking for the times of day when your energy is slowing down and it doesn't require as much brain power or focus on the task at hand. You have to remember things like continuing education. They need a place on your schedule. If you're leading a niche audience, the audience expect you to start tuning into cutting-edge information trends so that you can share it with them. Whenever something negative happens in your professional or personal life, you have to learn how to set it aside and get work tasks completed. Don't spend 48 hours ranting about a $7 refund somebody did of your ebook. It isn't worth the energy and time you spend on that. That's a $7 refund ended up costing you hundreds or thousands in revenue because it's sucking you into like quicksand. Let it go and move on to what furthers your growth online. Pay attention to your efforts and analyze them from time to time. You might carve out 30 minutes a day to going over your systems and processes and seeing if there's anything you could do faster, easier, or better to improve your performance. Make sure your routines include good organization too. You don't want to have files all over your PC in the download area, on your desktop, and elsewhere. If a customer emails you for a file, you want to know exactly where to pull it from. Your routine has to include personal things too, not just your business. You need to live a healthy lifestyle to contribute to your energy and drive, eat better, and get plenty of rest. As you develop a routine that works for you, make sure everything is prioritized the right way. Don't work on a new update to your squeeze page if you have 5 customer service emails waiting for a reply. Don't neglect your financial pressure by choosing to write a lengthy response on someone's Facebook post when you need to be working on another chapter or module of your info product. Be flexible but smart. You can move your routine around, but always make sure the items listed are prioritized perfectly according to the customers and your needs. It can also align with your mental and physical energy, because some things that require a lot of concentration and focus are best done at the beginning of the day. Be dedicated to your follow-through. You may relate to this one if you've been in this business for any extended period of time. Most newbie online entrepreneurs fail to follow through on their projects. Project abandonment is a crisis many people seem to be addicted to. You have to make up your mind that you're going to complete the courses you buy, finish the info product you create, publish a certain number of product reviews on your affiliate blog, and so on before you chalk it up to a failure and move on. It's not wrong to try something new if what you have tried before isn't working. But it is wrong to expect success when all you ever do is hop from one idea to the next without ever seeing one through to completion. It's understandable to some degree because the hype and sales copy and promo emails can make it seem so enticing to quit what you're doing and try the next push button road to riches. But it's time to come to grips with the fact that these kinds of tactics are nothing more than manipulations, and you want to put your foot down and refuse to live like that anymore. You're always going to be distracted by new business models, tools, or promises for quick cash if you don't set some boundaries in place to keep your head in the game and focus on your goal. Start making smarter buying decisions. Don't shell out money for every marketing course that's presented to you. Make up your mind that you won't buy another one until you're completed and implemented the ideas from the last one you bought. It's not just courses and tools that are going to try to turn you away from your dedication to work. It's family and friends, both online and in person. They'll all be vying for your attention, and you'll want to know when it's worth stopping what you're doing and what can wait. Don't let Facebook or Netflix, even mindless eating, drag you away from your work. Ignore unimportant phone calls. Handle all of that after you've completed your work, or build in a small break to allow yourself those pleasures on a limited and responsible scale. Don't feel guilty for taking shortcuts. Shortcuts haven't gotten a bad rap as if they're something shameful and unwelcome. But there's not a successful entrepreneur alive who hasn't sought a better way to do things. There's a big difference between a smart shortcut and being lazy and reckless with your business. As long as you only integrate wise shortcuts into your business, you should see success easier than if you force yourself to take the long, hard route instead. There are certain ways to take shortcuts that won't damage your business or reputation. First, learn how to use tools to make things easier. For example, use templates in Canva instead of trying to design a PowerPoint presentation from scratch. Templates are great pre-designed graphics to help you complete projects earlier. You can also use private label rights instead of writing content from scratch. You can use it as is if you're in a time crunch, or use it as a springboard and rewrite it with your own tone and slant. It will be up to you to make choices like this wisely. In other words, you'll need to know who sells ethical, not straight content, and whose voice aligns best with what you want to portray to your audience. Delegating is another shortcut you can add to your arsenal of success tools. It's okay to allow others to do things for you. Most solo entrepreneurs outsource to freelancers rather than partner up or bring employees on board, but you can consider both options. You can outsource all kinds of things, such as content creation for your blogs, emails, lead magnets, info products, and more. You can have someone else manage your social media accounts or help recruit affiliates for your upcoming launch. If you try to do everything yourself as much as you may want to, you're going to find out that the limited amount of time you have to devote to your business just isn't enough. So it makes sense to find good people that you can rely on in a pinch. Avoid the burnout that kills many marketing careers. Burnout is a real problem for those who work for themselves online. Not only do you show the full responsibility for your success and failures, but you do it without the camaraderie of colleagues. You might know people who do the same thing, but they're not part of your business. You're on your own, and that can be overwhelming for some. These individuals are in such a frenzy to succeed, they never break. It's one thing to be dedicated to your audience, but no one expects you to be chained to this business 24/7, 365 days a year. People often leave the offline workforce because of long hours and grueling commutes, only to come into this career and work more than they ever have out of fear and concern. You have to prioritize your enjoyment of life. You do that by developing smart systems and strategies like the ones mentioned before. Only then will you achieve the pinnacle of success by proving that your work as an online niche leader has meaning and purpose. Not only for your audience, but for you and your family as well. Join our group for further discussions or further tools that may help you in your business. Join us at PIFsystems.com and let us know what you thought about this discussion. in the comment section at the bottom of the post. Thank you.